Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. We're up to the Fort in Peril, which, as often seems to be the case for the second scenario of an adventure, is a pretty generic scenario. We do have a colorful cast of henchmen, and in the original version, allies are easier to acquire by 3. In the legendary version, that bonus is lost, and it's replaced by a penalty, which is that monsters are harder to defeat by 3. But as I mentioned at the end of the last video, we're kind of at the maximum peak of power against monsters, having just gotten our 4th skill feat. So I'm actually not that concerned about this scenario. Of course, that means I'm going to lose. And also, the main thing I think is that there is to be afraid of is just that, you have unlucky henchmen layout where the henchmen and the villains are all near the bottom and you never find the villain. Now, this is a blank. This is totally worthless. It doesn't make any difference. But this thing is like one of my least favorite ones. Hand size decreased by 2 is awful. So, I guess this will be a challenge with that wild card, even though the scenario itself is not too difficult. Okay, let's go ahead and put Sione here where it's jutting out, because she's good at closing it. And then we got these frickin' Warrens. I guess that adds to a little bit of challenge. Amiri's kind of torn. Amiri's the best person for dealing with the guard tower, but she's also the best person for dealing with the mountain peak. So kind of a tough call there what you want to do. I guess the mountain peak's more important. She's also the best at Fort Rannoch. On the other hand, Kira and Scylla are also fine at making strength 8 checks. So yeah, why don't we, let me just actually put Amiri, Scylla, and Kira here. And then we can think about it later on. What to do about like how to distribute them. Harsk can go here at the deeper dungeons. He's our big constitution fella. And then I guess Ezrin can just go here at the city gate. Of course, for him to defeat a bandit henchman is a little bit trickier than usual, given that our hand size is decreased by 2, but there's no other great place for him to go. This is basically the same thing, only there's more monsters there. So yeah, I guess Ezrin's going to the city gate. There's just not a good place for him. Let's put Scylla back at the front of the lineup and put these guys together, so my wizards together so they can stride the party. Oh, they're supposed to be ahead of Amiri. Whoops. Well, hopefully that won't cause me to lose. Man, hand size decreased by 2. I cannot believe that scales. Hand size decreased by 1 is already awful. Having it decreased by 2 is ridiculous. Well, what's this thing? This is a really good one to get, but I'm not going to, sit around waiting for the opportune time or whatever. Let's just go ahead and explore it. So, I'll take a flip to try to get it. Sure, since I have a weapon already, it's fine. Anybody got a wisdom blessing for me? Of course, that's a little bit unlikely. Oh, we'll throw a fox on it. Sure, let's recharge this fox. 72%, that'll have to do. Alright, got it. So, hopefully we get a free extra explore. We do not. Oh, no, it's top 3 cards. That actually is pretty good. So, what I get to do now is I can arrange them in any order. Let's put the... wait. Do I get to... Shoot. What did it say? Don't I get to, take this card? Oh, I forget what it said. Well, we'll put the Evangelist on top then. If I don't get to take it, I can scout it away at the end of my turn, so it all works out. Okay, no. I guess I don't know how the secret stash works. Oh, right. Allies don't get taken. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So, nothing lost. We're just going to scout the ally down to the bottom. And now there is a Krieg Ogre right on top here for Amiri to take out. Okay, she's got a weapon because she always does. Perfect. So, does Kira have a weapon? Kira does. Great. So let's go ahead and explore. Mr. Krieg Ogre here. Pretty generic henchman. These round out the kind of back end of the henchmen. There's a few unique ones, and then there's these Krieg Ogres, which are pretty generic. Amiri does not get a reroll with that Bastard Sword. You got a strength for me? You don't, but you got an Orb of Fire. Well, and a Poog. Let's go ahead and Poog up then for 97%. Oh my, that made the difference. Jesus. Strength would have been good because then, of course, that would have helped close this. In fact, it would have guaranteed that you would close it. I guess here what I'm going to do is just bury the armor, and I only need to roll a 4 on a d12 and a d10, which is pretty likely, so we'll take a little risk there. Alright, so we closed the location in turn 2, which is fine. You may shuffle any allies in your discard. Well, that didn't take into effect. Now, do I want to move somewhere? No, I'm good. I can start my turn here and move to another location to explore it. I don't want to deal with the start of turn effects of those locations. Alright, 3-card hand size. Good lord. Alright, we got an augury here, which is nice. I could actually move to the garrison. The problem is, Sela and Kira might both want to go to the garrison, but only one of them can. So I'm actually going to use the augury here at the city gate, even though it's not as effective as it could have been at another location. We find one monster, which is, I mean, it's obviously not ideal, but considering there are only 2 monsters and a henchman, the fact that I found a monster and got essentially a free extra explore is pretty good. Now let's see if my spell book can help me compensate for my hand size a bit here. I do get the medallion, which is not that useful, but at least I get it out of there. And, well, it kind of sucks now. I don't actually have any combat spells. I guess that's what the Medusa Mask is for, so let's go ahead and get in there. Great. Alright, so I can fight this thing with my fists, or I can just Medusa Mask it. Obviously, the disadvantage of Medusa Masking is that if I Medusa Mask, then if I find the villain later, I don't have the Medusa Mask then. Alright, let's just see what happens if I do try combat strength. So what if I were to shoot this Amulet of Life? What if Ezrin were to play this Orb of Fire? No. No, I'm just going to Medusa Mask. So now I'm going to take a little bit of a chance. I'm going to explore again with the Sage. I mean, if I'm getting to go again and I've already seen the 2 monsters in this deck, the only other monster left is the Henchman. Which, there it is. Great. Hey, we're doing a 15 Charisma. Man, I wish I had given him that, potion of whatever the fuck. Well, we're going to have to throw all the blessings at this that we can. I don't know if I can make it. Anybody got a spell? If I had a spell to put on it, that would have been good. That would have made the Blessing of Pharasma. Wait a minute. The closing here is a defeat a bandit henchman. Shit, that's going to be hard if I don't have any blessings. Oh, man, that was so unlucky. If I don't have any blessings, how am I going to defeat a bandit henchman? This is where I would have liked to use the Medusa Mask to put him back on top of the deck. Man, that was really unfortunate. I gotta think about this, because I can't kill a bandit henchman. I just can't do it. I don't have enough blessings to do it in the party because of our reduced hand sizes. Okay, let's go ahead and cancel all the blessings then. And yeah, get them back, please. Thank you. And I guess I'm just gonna fail this, which sucks. So he doesn't do damage as normal. He deals 1d4 combat damage. And I can block it all with the Sahedron Medallion, provided that I don't, that he didn't roll maximum on that d4. Okay, so I don't recharge it. He's banished, so he's gone. So there's no henchman in this deck. So right off the bat, we're relegating this location as a temp close only location, which is kind of annoying. Well, let's keep on going then. There's a Plague Zombie. This is actually pretty hard, thanks to, of course, the scenario ability. So I guess we'll use a Force Bolt. Take it out. I don't need a Charisma or Diplomacy. I mean, I don't have any help from the Incanter, so I might as well use the Incanter to go again. Token of Remembrance. There we go. Nice garbage card. This actually kind of sucks, because now if I banish an item, I don't get to take a new item, since this is going to be in here. Veil Temros, sure. We'll go again with Mr. Veil. I love how I'm getting all these things to get spells back that I can't use, because she's never going to have spells in her discard. Magic Chainmail. Well, we got a 2/3 chance of getting this thing, and we're going to fail to do so. That's totally fine. I'll keep this in case I need to use it as a fireball. Got the Potion of Glibness, which I hope I can waste somehow. And here we are. So, Kira, I guess, can maybe go to the Mountain Peak. She's got a Wisdom skill of a D10, so she might be able to block some of the effects. Battered Chest. Oh, this is kind of nice. Well, it's actually not. I'm getting items. Well, I've already got an item, so I mean, it can't hurt. I can always discard them. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, Boris, it can hurt if you discard them and then heal and they go into your deck, but I'm not that concerned about it. 2 to recharge. Okay. And I can move with my Cape of Escape. Let me think about this. Do I want to do that? I can save it in case I find the villain, and I can evade the villain. It's not worth holding on to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move away from the Mountain Peak so that I don't have to try to discard a card at the end of my turn. And here I can discard this to go again, but I'm kind of low on blessings. So what I'm going to do is recharge my breastplate, discard this pouch, and try to get some more cards. All right, Harsk is up. Yeah, there's a Krieg Ogre. Okay, so we're going to recharge. What is this? Caden Kalian. Oh, do you have your Caden? Oh, that's too bad. Would have been nice. Let's put out this Orb of Fire. Let's throw some agility on there. That's more like it. And then to close, I don't suppose anybody's got a Constitution check. Nope. Okay, so Harsk should spend his own blessing. And it's 2 dice for some reason. Does this go for Constitution? Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So that kind of makes up for the disaster that Ezrin's turn was. Now here, we closed a location. Still haven't found the villain, of course, but at least one location is closed on my first playthrough, or first turn through the turn order. Invisibility would have been nice to have, actually, against those rats. They have a stealth check. Could have defeated them, and I would have had it if it wasn't for the lower hand size. So yeah, that's cool. Back around to the top. What's the status? We've closed 2 locations. Basically got to just find the villain and, you know, defeat him. So let's have Sela do the garrison, and then Amiri can take out the guard tower. Magic chainmail. Again with the 2s. I'll hang on to the blessing because I am making pretty good time, and I think I need the blessings because of my lower hand size to succeed at key checks. God, hand size of 3 is so evil. Alright, let's go to the guard tower. Blorp. Worthless thing. I've tried using this thing. You guys saw me earlier in the series. I really gave it my best shot, and it just sucked. Okay. I don't think I need to pull Sela over. Ezrin. Alright, so the city gate is... it's a temp close only location now. I don't want to go here, but I do have invisibility, so I can dodge one bandit. Yeah, we're going to go here, I suppose. And I'm going to do the spyglass first so that if there's a monster there, like last time, I don't have to fight it. Well, hey, there's a monster there. That's great. Well, normally the Token of Remembrance is cool because it's a magic item. For Ezrin, it's a terrible item, but it's magic, it's easy to pick up, and you get an extra explore. But here, I don't really want it. Or do I? Do I have a spell in my discard? Can I see what my discard? Well, whatever. Anyway, the point is, I don't want to fight the henchman. I don't think let's think about it. Actually, do I? I could do a Flask of Shock for 2d6, and I have a Strength. And this thing is buried. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. All right, let's fucking get a move on. So that way we auto-succeed at picking this thing up. We explore again, and we fight this henchman. So now I'm going to go ahead and cast Strength, which will help me close the location as well. We'll pop this Flask of Shock for an extra 2d6. Harsk will shoot this Amulet of Life. And you can play your Orb of Magic to help. And then it's all just blessings, yes? Alright, well, she can give 2 dice with the Pharasma because Ezrin played Strength, and there's our 99% odds. Perfect. Now, unfortunately, I don't quite auto-succeed at closing this. I do have a 1 in 6 chance of failing currently, so I'm going to spend another blessing just to make sure that this thing stays shut. Didn't need it, but glad to have the insurance. Now, what's this? Banish a card. Oh, yeah, let's totally banish one of these tokens. I'm still not going to get a new item, but I'd rather have an ally than that stupid token of resistance. Skarzini Thief. Ah, the worst. Totally useless. Well, had to try. The best part's going to be that I'm going to, like, have a spell in my discard pile or something, and I'm going to wish that I had added the Token of Remembrance. That's going to be the funny thing that happens. So that's buried. I didn't have any spells in there. Okay, so I closed 2 locations. There's one that's going to have to be temp closed by somebody. And we just gotta find the villain. The scariest thing is, like, what if the villain's in the Warrens or something? But we have closed 3 locations. This one's relegated. So, yeah, we have a decent chance of being able to get to the villain in time. Goblin Pyro. Kind of unfortunate. On the other hand, I can just get rid of this token of remembrance. So it's fine. So we're going to recharge this token. The Pyro died. And unfortunately, I don't get to go again. Alright, Kira needs to move. Oh yeah, she's trying to do the mountain peak. That's a good dagger. Too hard to get with a D4, so we'll let it go. Although it is from the current adventure deck, so it's obviously would have been a nice one to get. Harsk, what you doing, buddy? Well, he's the only one who's good at closing the Warrens. And the problem is I just don't want to explore the Warrens in case I find a monster. Boy. Alright, I'll go to the Warrens. Only a 1 in 5 chance that I get one of the monsters. As long as it's the henchman. Oh, fuck. Well, that's actually bad, because what's going to happen here is that Harsk will have to explore the skeleton, and when he does, it's going to put a monster on top of a location. And all of these do have to be defeated. They are all harder by 3. Well, that's pretty much the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Wow, that was terrible. Okay. Well, let's roll to defeat. I do want to try to defeat this thing. That would definitely be nice. Harsk, I guess you can... Harsk doesn't have a bow. Why doesn't Harsk have a bow in his hand? How's that? His favorite card type is weapon. Has he used a dagger against somebody or something and then he just didn't get it back? Ah, shit. Okay, well this sucks because this thing is not going to get defeated. Harsk is just going to have to eat it with his armor. Motherfucker. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. That was, pretty much the worst possible thing that could have happened with these zombie minion henchmen. So, Harsk now does a thing and the Warrens triggers. Please go to the city gate. Nope, it went on top of Sela. That's annoying. So now I can't really defeat this thing. So I have to bury my armor to block all the damage. Because I somehow didn't have a weapon. I've never fathomed not having a weapon as Harsk. Wand of Force Missile. Oh, great. So the problem with relegating the Warrens to be temp closed is, of course, that there's a chance that the villain's in there. And I don't really... I mean, the more locations I close that aren't the Warrens, the more likely it is that the villain's in the Warrens. I have a reroll on this, so I'm going to take my negative 2% chance. This is the extra monster from the Warrens, and I actually have to keep exploring now. We gotta hurry it up here. Don't really want this sickle. It's a garbage card. It's actually so bad I'm gonna actually discard it. I didn't get lucky. I would have rather fought the mercenary and had the sickle here, then the sickle would have been discarded or put to the bottom of the deck. So I missed out on an extra explore that way. Amiri, the guard tower's been closed. This is being temp closed. I don't want to fight here because then she and Scylla have to fight somebody. So I guess we're gonna help try to get to the bottom of the mountain peak. A little bit of a problem right now, which is that if I do find the villain, the guard tower is open. Wait, who is going to close this guard? Oh, yeah, Ezrin. Ezrin on his turn is going to move there, and he'll be my temp closer. He's got nothing else he can do anyways. I'll spend a blessing to go one more time, hopefully not finding the villain. I'm going to... Let's see. Do I discard my weapon? Or do I discard my blessing? Both suck. But if I don't find another weapon, that would be really, really bad. So I will keep the weapon and hope I don't draw another one. Do I want to move? Yes, I definitely want to move. Yeah, that's 100%, right? I want to move. Yeah, let's move here. And I can actually... Well, hello? I can actually pull Kira with me, so she doesn't have to roll to discard a card either. Nice. Okay, didn't get a weapon, so good thing I didn't throw my weapon away. Ezrin is just going to move here. And what do we got on top? There's a monster on top there. Oh, it's those rats. But there really is no point doing those because there's nothing good for me to pick up here, and the henchman's already gone from this location. He's got some useful cards. I guess I'll discard this thief and the invisibility. And I don't need 3 combat spells. Okay, didn't really get anything super useful there. She's up. And I guess she's just going to keep exploring this location. There's a ghoul. Okay. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. That's ridiculous. A 2 and 3 ones. Well, it happens sometimes. You play this game enough, it's gonna happen. Oh, and it even ends my turn. Oh, fuck. Alright, so we're down to less than half the time. Well, half the locations are closed, but I really do need to find the villain. Oh no, not this. God damn it. Oh my god, the fucking ceiling. Well, I can't do dexterity with this agility because... Actually, you know what? Screw it. I am going to do it. I'm going to do it like this. And then she's got a dexterity blessing. And she's got a dexterity blessing. So this might actually be the best way to do it. Barely. Okay, fine. Wish the golem... This golem would have destroyed it. Instead, I fight the Krieg Ogre. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and discard my dog slicer. Harsk. Fire an arrow, please, if you'd be so kind. And now we gotta make this wisdom or survival 6. She's not as good at doing it as Amiri would be, because her wisdom is just a blank. In fact, I'm just gonna take this chance. Oh my god, I shouldn't have taken that chance. I was like 90%, right? But Harsk had a blessing, he could have spent it. Okay, so this place is gonna have to be temp closed, unfortunately. It sucks too because, oh man, had I closed it for real, I would have been able to scout. That was a very poor decision. 90% is very loose for closing a location. And so now I miss out on the scouting, and I also miss out on these characters getting actually to do something productive. Okay, so Harsk, let's see, what do we scout? We scouted this wand. I'm gonna just explore it. The reason is that if the villain's in here, if I can get rid of these cards, then, like, if I can get through some of this shit, that's good for me. Alright, Vicious Trident is total garbage, but at least it's not a monster, so we can get through a few more safe explorations. Now, Sela has this mercenary in her way. Let's recharge Pallegina. Let's fight the mercenary. I don't need both of these weapons. Let's flip a card. And kill him. Okay, so now we're gonna have to scout. Hopefully finding a boon. Oh my god, this is unbelievably awful. So she's not getting any value from her scouting, unfortunately. Amiri, well, we don't need 2 people here. Kira's fine for temp closing that, so I guess Amiri will go here. This does kind of suck, though, because she and Sela are going to have to fight this ogre, and the ogre is not a trivial enemy. But I think it's still worth it just to get it through. So let's do a spear and a card flip and a bolt from the old crossbow. 87 with a reroll is good enough for me, assuming those rerolls actually work. Now you don't have a reroll, but you do have these really worthless thieves tools. There's no barriers in here. 93%, a little low, so we're gonna go ahead and recharge a blessing to give you that extra edge. Didn't need it, but that's fine. And now I can definitely discard Sage to go again. God damn it. The other monster. Man, there were 3 monsters in a row in this location. If I had cast Augury here, it would have been ridiculous. So instead I had to fight through them the hard way. The good news is at least that now, after assuming I defeat this... by the way, I did that because I have to hit at least a 12 against this rat swarm to actually defeat it. So now, assuming that I defeat that, at least now Sela has, you know, a good chance to scout through a whole bunch of boons. What I'm going to do here, actually, is I'm going to move Amiri here. So that way, Amiri can close this gate, and Ezrin can continue exploring on his turn, so that at least, like, you know, there can be, like, more value. Rather than just having Ezrin sit there, picking his nose. Alright, so we're going to do this. Let's explore. Adair is... Well, he would be good to pick up, but I don't have that potion or the Crown of Charisma, so I can't. So he's gone. Do I use my cat? Let's see. I'm going to cast Stride on Kira. There's no reason that she has to sit there. She might as well move and then come... Wait, what am I doing? I'm terrible. I'm awful at this game. Why? I shouldn't move her off. If she's there to temp close it, she should sit there and, you know, discarded cards be damned. That was really foolish. Hopefully Sione doesn't find the villain on her turn. If she does, I will feel really stupid. Um, and do I use the cat to go again? Wow, why did I do that? That was so dumb. Alright, we'll just pass. Everybody's gonna get one more turn after this, so I think it's okay to pass. So hopefully Sione does not find the villain on this move right here, because if she does, I'll feel extremely dumb. There's a ghoul. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and... man, I hate to discard this because then I can't throw it away to close the prison, but that seems better than discarding a blessing. So, Harsk, shoot your last arrow. And then defeat the ghoul. I can't play the blessing to explore because if I find the henchman, I have no cards left in my hand to discard to close the location anymore. So Kira's up. She's just going back to the mountain peak that's still not closed because I'm bad at this game. Is there any point to exploring? Well, there's monsters and a barrier in here. I'm not going to get through all the cards to close it at the end. So yeah, there's really no point. I guess I'm just going to cast Cure to put some blessings back into my deck. I hope. I don't actually remember. Was she the one who found items and ended up discarding them? If so, then I shouldn't have actually cast this Cure. And then we'll just discard this Battle Axe and try to get blessings to help people with. Okay, Harsk. Still going to keep on going through here because in case the villain's in here and we have to pile drive this location, I want to try to get through as much of it as possible. Alright, what do we got going on here? It's the henchman. Okay, so I know that the villain's not in here, which is actually quite useful. It means that I don't have to worry about pile driving the Warrens. I can just leave that alone and have Harsk sit there as a temp closer. So now the villain is either in, I believe, Sione's location or this one, right? Longsword +2 would have been not the worst card in the world. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, so it's not here because Ezrin fucked it up. It's not here because Kira fucked it up. It's not here because Harsk just scouted the henchman. So it's in one of these two places, both of which don't have many cards left in them. I think I'm actually in decent shape. Let's go ahead and... Yep, there he is. Speaking of the devil. So there's 2 combat checks here, which is fine. I do have 2 people there. Sela could have made it on her own as well if necessary. So I guess I played this one horribly, but got lucky. So let's do our closings. Tragically, Sione does not have that potion to close this location with. It would have been a good opportunity to waste that potion. But alas, now let's take a look at... Actually, this one I should do next because it's an easy one. It's just a banded henchman. So we'll recharge away the spyglass. None of these cards can help anybody else. So I'm going to discard this. And I think a recharge is enough, although I could have buried it for an extra die. If I wanted, it was just more clicks and I was lazy. Next up, we got to do Kira. So Kira needs to close this. Does anybody have a wisdom blessing? She does. What? 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 Divine perception. Wow, the doctrine of Shellen is not... No, that's fucking... Alright, so anyway, she has 4 blessings, so she should be the one to do it. I guess we'll use this fox to pitch in. And then I guess I'll... yeah, this doesn't actually help for anything, so yeah, I'll use that stupid piece of crap. Okay. And now Harsk needs to close this. So, this only needs 1 die. She has 3 blessings. She can't use them all. This makes it a guaranteed success. And we temp close the Warrens. And so now we gotta do the fight here. Alright, he's gotta discard 2 cards. Is it really 1 combat damage to each other character? Why is it 2? Why am I discarding 2 cards if he only dealt 1 damage, huh? Riddle me that, Batman! Alright, well, I guess I'm discarding 2 cards for some reason. And I have to bury 1 for some reason. Okay, oh, that's for the wild card. Right. Now, let's see. Who's going to do a better job killing this guy? I think, actually, it might be Ezrin, so we'll have Sela take the first check. Oh, Ezrin is the one who found him? Is that right? Harsk just scouted, found the henchman. It went to Sela's turn. She scouted, put the longsword on the bottom. Why is it Ezrin's turn? Well, I mean, it's okay. I don't mind it, but that's definitely a bug. Okay, what I'm going to do then is... Well, I guess Ezrin could just do them both, couldn't he? Because he's got 2 combat spells. But no, I think we'll try to follow the rules here. Let's pass the first check on to Sela. Let's discard the spiked chain. Flip a card. Have Harsk shoot an arrow this way, and shoot a bow this way. Have Kira play a blessing because she can, and that's good enough for this. And she has to discard 2 cards for some reason. I have no idea why she's discarding 2 cards. No clue whatsoever. Nope. Don't know. This might have actually really fucked me up. This unnecessary discarding. It could have really fucked me up. Luckily, I had 2 characters here and I was actually capable of doing this. Oh my god. What's happening? What? Why isn't Ezrin making the check? Oh my god, this bug. Well, I could lose the game now. I don't have a weapon because I discarded away my weapon because I thought Ezrin was going to make the check. I guess that kind of serves me right, though, for just expecting things to work after the game clearly reached a rather bugged state. Man, this was some kind of fucked up shit. It, like, turned into Ezrin's turn, and then it turned back to Sela's turn. So we didn't get to do the really exciting throw a bunch of dice and get a super high check thing, but at least I won, so I guess I can't complain too much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. And now it's time to collect what I'm sure will be some pretty meager reward. No, oh, this is actually a good reward. It's a card feat. Oh, sweet. All right, cool. Well, what do I want in my life? I probably want some more blessings. I'm really starting to feel the burn here. I feel like I'm running out of blessings quite often. Items. Do I want more items? I could use some more items. Yeah, let's grab an item there. Now you, I think it's time to get another spell. Same for you. You've already maxed out your items. I did it. I bit the bullet. I'm fine with her spell count. I'm going to get another blessing so I stop running out so much. He's maxed out his blessings. I could get another item for extra explorers, but I'm actually more interested in just, or another ally for extra explorers, but let's get those items. I saw a whole bunch of items I really wanted, and I did find some items in this scenario, but I'm hopeful that I took enough card feats for items that I can actually get a good item. Like, at least, like, one good item from the deck. Toad. Ugh, that thing. And... okay. Oh, you found 2 items? Oh, no! Oh, I totally forgot about that. Fuck. I forgot about these items that got found in a chest. Oh, man. So, no Staff of Healing for me. No, you know, Holy Candle for me. We're just getting dicked with this garbage. This was not the right time to take item feats, clearly. Well, alright, so Amiri's gonna take something. She can rage against the machine. I'm gonna actually give away one of her spyglasses, because she can at least, like, rage this stuff away. Ezrin is actually pretty happy with his items. She can at least get rid of that potion for... no, the potion at least banishes itself. This chime, though, that's just the worst shit. And then Cape of Escape. Okay, let's do a view all, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Nope, okay. So, what do we get to get? Well, we get a blessing for Sela. Now, she's going to want those charisma blessings, and Kira is going to want the constitution blessings for their eventual power feats. So I guess I'll take the opportunity now to get an Ioma Day in here. Ezrin gets a spell, which is actually kind of nice, because I do get to pick my own spell. And you know what? I'm really tempted just to take this really overpowered Fiery Bolt. It's very, very tempting indeed, because it's so good. But you know what's even better? Fucking Augury. Let's take the other Augury, just get it in there. She gets a spell as well. Alright, fine. Well, if she gets another spell, then she can take the Fiery Bolt. And you get a blessing. Well, I guess to each their own then. You can grab a Sarin Ray blessing. Although, is there like a fancy Sarin Ray? Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have taken the generic one. I should have taken the fancy one. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, I should have looked through and gotten some of my, you know, fancy cards. So I want Sarin Ray. Where is that? There it is. And I guess that'll do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like it or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.